Was that?
Oh!
Hello, everyone. This is CJ Novo 992, and today we are back for another brand new video. Now, apologies for being about 10, 11 minutes late. We've been trying to get Div connected to the call, so if all goes well, he will randomly appear, just like magic, and he will be back in today's video. If not, he'll still be having his issues, and unfortunately won't be able to make this week's episode. But believe it or not, the person's internet who is working, barely, is Gogsy99. Hello, Gogsy.
Barely. Hello, CJ. Did you have a good weekend?
Oh, mate, I had a fucking superb weekend. It was brilliant. A lot better than Ryan's, because...
Yeah.
Look, what happened? Where is he?
Of course.
I mean, people was asking me, saying, would Ryan turn up? Like, come on. Come on.
Nah. You laughing?
Just... it's like, really? I just want to say, by the way, he has sent me on a video, so we will be playing that at some point. I don't know when he wants me to play it, but yeah, this is the levels we've got here. Win or lose, I'm here every week. Lose or draw, he's no, and now he's sending video conferences in, so yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that is Mr. Ryan 118. So yeah, just in case you missed the very, very start, Div may or may not appear at some point during the actual podcast. We had over 85 people waiting, so I thought, let's just get it rocking and rolling. And let's start for your game then, Gogsy. Let's start off with Motherwell, because that's like actually the perfect way to start. And we'll build our way in for when Div comes back and we can speak about.
Yeah, good. Let's get that out the way. So to start off, I thought Motherwell were dominating the game, and then we had a penalty shout, and our shot was actually cleared on the line by Tanzer's left arm, which we should have got a penalty from, and Tanzer should have been sent off. But of course, no, the referee was too incompetent for that.
Ooh,
and
fire.
Then about 10 minutes later, St Johnstone get a penalty up the other end, score that, and yeah, I thought it was soft, but I thought it was a penalty. And then the boy that should have got sent off scored the penalty, as you do. And then, funnily enough, Murray Davidson was on a yellow card. He hit a shot. Gillespie saved it, and in the rebound of the shot, he had a late challenge on Charles Dunn, which should have seen him get his second yellow card as well. But he never. And then guess who scores the second goal for St Johnstone? Murray.
The same man that should have been sent off.
Yes,
the same man.
Yes.
It was quite a weird game, Gogsy. I can remember watching it back, and it was like every person that was involved in a referee decision either scored or played an important part. It was quite weird. It was one of those games.
I know. Thing is, whenever we play at St Johnstone, it's always a flipping weird game. Because start of last season, we got beat there 4-1, and we had 3 men sent off.
That's right. That was a good game.
And this season, we were 2-0 up against them there after 15 minutes. It's a really strange competitive tie between us and St Johnstone. It always is. But it was just a really annoying game. And I'm not trying to be biased in any way at all, because I know what it's like to be a referee. But it felt like every 50-50 was more a 70-30 in St Johnston's favour. I'm not even saying that with tinted specs on, but that's my wrap up of the St Johnstone Motherwell game.
Oh well, mate, that was a lot easier. I was expecting a lot more tears. From my point of view, when I was watching it looked like Motherwell, after they never got the penalty, they just kind of gave up. Like, there weren't really many other chances. I mean, it should have been a penalty to you guys. Yeah. Like, you fucking basically saved it. You know what I mean? It was a great save by the guy on the line. I don't know how it wasn't a given, but somehow the referee was... What did he say?
You'll be the team of the week.
What did he say? What did the referee say? It hit him in the chest or something? Was that his excuse?
I don't even know, but that was apparently the referee's first ever Premiership tie. Hopefully it's his last.
Oof. All right, Stevie Clark, calm yourself, sonny. Are you going to start talking about what he's got in his record? Yeah. Just to wrap up a couple of things that you said as well, the penalty call for actual St Johnstone against Motherwell, I thought was quite soft. I mean, I saw... But 2 weeks ago, we seen like the sports scene pundits and everyone talk about the one where Scott Brown pushed the big player for Kilmarnock right there. Can't remember. I think it was the centre half or something like that. Pushed him right over using his shoulder, and the sports scene says it's just a collision. It's no penalty. But this one, they are saying it's a penalty, even though it was a lot lighter. So for me, it's quite weird. And again, if you call one no a penalty, how can one be? It's quite mental.
Thing is, if it happened in the middle of the park, I'd have probably given a free kick if it was me refereeing. So putting that into perspective, I would give it a penalty, but it's so slight, and there's just no consistency in the game whatsoever.
No, that's going to be something we're going to speak about. In case you haven't seen too many of the results, by the way, there's about 7 or 8 penalty incidents about me and Gogsy will talk about, because every single game there's either a penalty or a team getting absolutely robbed of a penalty. There is one other thing I do want to say, by the way, from just wanted to ask your opinion on Chris Kane. Seen him, because to me, he misses chances left, right and centre every single week, and he almost was Motherwell's best player. He's awful.
Yeah, literally. It is shocking, but he actually had a decent game. He put himself about. He won the penalty, of course, but he also blazed over a shot with about 10 minutes to go.
Should have been a goal.
It was. I mean, even either one of us two would have scored that chance.
I'd certainly like to think so. And one thing I was going to say, by the way, if that's the level of the forward that St Johnston's got, no wonder. Like, what does that say for like Tony Watt, who's making thumbnails and doing career modes? Like, you know what I mean? He's there as well. Why is he not getting a game? I know his contract's running out and everything, but they've got a serious problem with the strikers. But they actually won. Again, my standout, by the way, was Kennedy for St Johnstone.
Oh, Kennedy had a good game, yeah.
Yeah, he was very attacking, very quick, and he scared them all day. Michael O'Halloran was playing. We'll leave it at that. Fucking dick.
I mean, he didn't do too much.
Nah, he's not done too much for about 2 years. David Rowley, by the way, donates £1 to the chat. Thank you so much. And so does Andy Taker. It's £2. He says, CJ, why don't you like the song I sent in the video? Oh, it's just like dubstep. I don't really like dubstep, mate. That's absolutely why. Right, let's move on to the next game then. And I actually want to pick a game, because it's yours that I always just refer and let you and Div go back and forth. I actually want to talk about Kilmarnock 1, Hibernian 0, because believe it or not, everyone watching the chat, you've probably just seen the Rangers game. This involved a referee decision that's been more talked about than the Flanagan-Scott Brown incident. This one has been tweeted out everywhere, and it's just so unusual that it's not involving the Old Firm. If you don't know, there's a big controversy in Scottish football right now about Alex Bruce. Did he dive? Was it a penalty? Now, the Hibs managers came out during, like, literally while Alex Bruce was having a press conference and shouted to the player. This is all live. You can actually, like, hear it and stuff like that. He shouts, "Dirty diving bastard," or something like that. He actually shouts that at Alex Bruce. Like, genuinely, this happened, ladies and gentlemen. You can see it. It's fantastic. So I wanted to know your thoughts on it, Gogsy. Just right off the bat, was it a penalty? Was it not a penalty for you? What do you think?
I thought it was more of a foul on the Hibs boy.
Save David Gray.
David Gray. I thought it was more of a foul on David Gray. So I thought it should have been called for a free kick to Hibs. But, you know, whatever floats the referee's boat. Depends who you have in the coupon.
I absolutely, I know that could be the case. I just love that the Hibs manager, like, 1 week he's threatening to beat up 4th officials, the next again week he's gate crashing like the opposition's conferences and shouting, "Cheating bastard." I think that's absolutely class. This is absolutely brilliant. Oh, wait a minute, here's Mr. Sharpdiv himself.
Oh, yes.
Well, he's
Can
here.
you see me now?
Down a bit.
No.
Can you see me now?
There we are. Up a
Can you
bit.
see me now?
Up a bit.
Oh, I've arrived.
There we go.
Sorry. I'm so sorry. The tech issue is sorted, and I'm here.
Fuck, you're back, mate. I was struggling there. You know what I mean? With Gogs here. No, I'm just joking. I'm Gogs. What we were actually talking about, Dev, just before you walked in, we were on to the Kilmarnock Hibernian game, and we're speaking about the massive controversy right now. I don't know if you actually, like, obviously you've got your opinion on it, but just to fill you in, the Hibs manager actually gate crashed the Kilmarnock press conference and shouted at Alex Bruce that he was a cheating dive bastard, basically. It was a fantastic interview. If you want to go and check it, it's brilliant. And I just wanted your thoughts. Did Alex Bruce dive? Gogsy thinks it was a foul on the Hibs player. I actually agree. I think Bruce pushes him down, then falls. What was your incident? Should have been a penalty to Kilmarnock.
No, I don't think it was a penalty. I agree with the Hibs manager on this one. That's class telly, but isn't it, man? That's the stuff I want to see. I don't really want to be seeing. I don't really want to be watching that game. I want to be watching the manager going at it after the press conference.
No, I'm liking this guy. Like, 1 week I said to just a minute ago he was threatening the 4th official to batter him, remember? Now he's like shouting at players. This guy's box office. He's the Jose Mourinho. He's Scottish football right now. Believe that.
He loves it. He loves
the Jose Mourinho will be in Scottish football, by the way. Let's rule that out. Let's rule
like
that out right there. So yeah, I think we're on agreement. What about you guys? Do you think it was a penalty? No penalty? I know a lot of Kilmarnock fans watch the show and tune in for this the SPFL show. Was that a penalty? And for me, he certainly deserved to win the game. Let's be fair. Kilmarnock battered them senseless.
Oh yeah, definitely.
They hit the bar in the first half as well with a cross. For me, they were the better team and deserved to win. But the penalty wasn't a penalty. And weird, Stevie Clark Snow criticising the referee for consistency there. So that's unusual, isn't it?
Right. The referee's dad must have been a Hibs player formerly.
I believe he had over 100 caps for Hibs. I've checked the stats.
Right,
good. This referee's regressed. I don't know if he's no longer in the FIFA register. So that's one of the reasons. So what was your actual thoughts on the overall game? Obviously, the Wolves scored, Div. We're back on the score sheet, but he missed but 2 1-on-1 chances. What was your thoughts on Kelly?
Yeah, he did get his goal, obviously. That's him now get 10 league goals in the season. Started to get a goal again. But as we were speaking about last week on the show, he has really fell off it. We were wondering why that is. Is it through injury, not playing as much and stuff like that? And I think it's a bit of both, because he definitely has talent. He's a goal scorer. The way he hit his penalty was so weird. Do you know?
I thought he missed it.
It was so weird. I'm pretty sure he's hit a few down the middle as well, Brophy. So next goalkeeper, just stand there, mate. You'll probably just like scoop it up easily. But yes, to touch on the miss, he missed a gilt edge opportunity 1-on-1. But as I say, that's 10 league goals for him now. He's the only Kilmarnock player in the top 10. So yep, maybe that's where they've been lacking, you know, in terms of somebody helping Brophy out in times of need. They never really replaced Greg Stewart, did they? But
no.
But they've still went on to obviously potentially get third place.
That's going to be my next sort of question. Like, obviously, because Aberdeen won, we'll speak about that in a minute or two. They are locked for third and fourth. Who do you think's actually going to finish? Because obviously, Kilmarnock play us in the last game of the season. So I know they're ahead in goal difference by 6 goals. So as long as Kilmarnock didn't get Alfredo Morelos again, they should be there if Aberdeen drop points. So what do you think about it? Who's going to finish third in the league?
I actually think Hibs are starting to tumble down a wee bit now, and I think Aberdeen will get the win against them. So I'm probably tipping Aberdeen to get the third place, because, come on, there's no team stopping us right now, so let's be honest.
We saw that. We'll speak about that in a couple of minutes as well. What about you, Gogsy? Who's finishing third, mate?
You know what? I'm going to play devil's advocate and say Kilmarnock.
Are you?
Yeah.
Thank you, Gogsy.
Thank you for that fucking analytical.
Tune in next week to find out the rest of that statement, lads. Oh, there we are.
Predictions are at the end of the episode, aren't they?
Fair play, mate. But good call, give you that. But anyway, since you're just back in, Div, I just picked that game. We've already discussed the Motherwell game, which was quite fun, and we spoke about them finally scoring a penalty. What game would you like to talk about next?
Let me just say, what a terrible penalty as well. But we'll continue. I went in the net for Tanzer. Right. So I'll pick the Livie and Dundee game. Why not?
King Kenny!
Yes. Kenny Miller. Kenny Miller gets another goal. Dundee. Actually, you called it, Gogsy, so I've got to take my hat off to you if I had one on.
Yeah.
You called a 1-0 to Dundee. So did you think that it'd have been Kenny Miller that get the goal?
Well, I thought it would have probably been him because of the shithousery between him and Livingston earlier on in the season, but
I'm sorry, I'm laughing at something. I seen a tweet saying, "Oh, Kenny Miller's got class because he never celebrated against his former team, Livingston." I was like, Kenny Miller's played for every single team in the league. The guy's never celebrating. How can he even celebrate? I mean, no wonder he doesn't date week in out. He's like, "Oh, I played for them 10 years ago. Oh, I played for them 2 years ago." It was a class finish, but touching on what Sarna Goggs said, that he was their player manager at the start of the season. They sacked him. Now he's went to another team, got relegated. There's all that kind of drama. But would you not have celebrated the bad blood they've got between? Obviously, they sacked him, player and manager wise.
I know, but it potentially was a mutual agreement. You know, sometimes it's not always hellfire. Sometimes it's just mutually better for the both of them, I think. And I think, but in that situation, it probably was. I don't think Muller was ready to gear up his playing career just to be a manager. I don't think he ever will be. There's talk of him going to Partick Thistle, actually.
I've seen that.
Aye, there's talk of him and Chris Boyd going to Partick Thistle. Probably makes sense. And see, when I was watching the game, Kenny's still moving about relatively well.
Nimble, mate. He's nimble.
He's still mobile. He gets about. For a 39-year-old...
He should be in a mobile scooter by now, but he's literally still running laps around people.
Yeah, aye. Which is a testament to the dedication he's shown in his career.
Aye, exactly. Aye. He's had what's he been playing football since he was like 16? Even he broke really early on to the Hibs team. Obviously came to Rangers, never walked it the first time. He's literally been playing non-stop to where he is now. And the guy's still running out wings, beating people and putting balls in the box. I'm just like, what is this guy made of?
I don't know what he takes. I don't know what he's on, mate.
I've seen a couple of comments in there. What's that from? Bat? I think Batchy put in some there about Ryan 118. Just in case you don't know, Div, you probably do. Ryan's not here.
I do, mate. I shatter it just like Mikael Lustig.
That's it.
Expected.
Yes. Oliver Buck, Lustig. You can sit Ryan 118 right next to them, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Right next to them. Shite bags.
Just put them under the carpet with him.
He has sent me in a video. I think I have to play it for when it's the old firm talk, so I have no idea. I only listened to like 2 seconds to make sure it was in sync, so we'll see what Ryan 118, who's hiding, sent in a video. So yeah, levels, you know what I mean? Win, lose or draw, we're here, Div. Technical issues, you're still here.
I'm here, mate.
Points, fucking gone.
I had to fucking go to Curry's and get a new laptop. And I'm still here. I'm here, mate. I'm fucking here. I wanted to touch on just the Livie team and what your guys' thoughts will be on them going forward, because I've said previously on the show as well, I think some teams are going to come in and just rinse them because I don't think they can compete wages-wise. I think that Liam Kelly, Hawkett, Menga, I even think Ryan Hardy will come potentially back to Rangers and go to another team if we sell them or put them on loan. What was your thoughts on that? Do you think that Livie have got a good future next year, or what would you thoughts on that? And there's also other like good players for them this season, like Lawless. He's been really good. Pittman's been awesome.
Yeah. Gogs, I'll let you
Lawson's been good. I think they'll be teetering towards the playoffs next season. Well, we've got to see who they bring in terms of the transfer window, but as of now, I don't think Livingston have the budget to keep up.
Yeah, I've got to agree with, because I don't know if you followed me, like my channel, and I'm sure like some of the people watching will be on the live stream, but right at the start of the season I actually picked them to finish 7th because they signed Kelly, they had Craig Hawkett, so I was quite close. I mean, it looks like they finished in 9th because they've really just like they've done a lot better than everyone was expecting, so you can kind of forgive them for the last couple of weeks where the results haven't went against them. But now I'm starting to, like, Hawkett's gone, he's signed for Hearts. There's talks a championship team coming in for Liam Kelly, which is obviously the kind of money that they would throw at them would be absolutely astronomical. You've seen like QPR linked. I think that's the latest link for Kelly, which obviously former Scottish manager in the league, Mark Warburton was here, so he knows all about Liam Kelly, obviously worked with him before, so it's making sense. If he goes, Hawkett's already gone. I mean, you're taking Ryan Hardy out of the team. He's not really done terrifically well, but he's scored important goals at the start
7 league goals.
Yep, still scored important goals at the early season to get them in that fantastic start.
Declan Gallagher.
Yep, you've got him. You've got Big Menga as well, who, I mean, somebody's going to pick up. You know what I mean? That guy is
going to take him,
fucking beast. Like, see, whenever I watch him, like, nobody can push him off the ball. He's brilliant. He's really fun to watch because he's fast as well, which is unusual. Like, he's built like an absolute machine, but he's so fast, and yet there's talent and there's a wee bit of football brain in there as well. You see that with his passing as well. So I'm worried for them for next season. But again, depends if they bring in a couple of good players. I don't know who we release in this year. Like, they'll just pick them up probably. You know what I mean?
Just turn them into a player.
That's it, unfortunately, for us. A lot of people saying crying 118. Oh, well done, John Ross. Brilliant. That's what we're going to start calling him. Crying. Fantastic. Well done, you.
Creating 118.
Mattress 118. I'm busy. I can't do it this week. Fuck off, Ryan.
Ryan actually probably volunteered to do overtime in his work this week.
Ken, what I think's so funny, he keeps falling on this house. But I tell you before kick-off, I wouldn't be able to make it. Because you knew you were getting pumped.
Strategically, mate. Strategic.
You thought about it. Like, either win or lose.
What Ryan doesn't say is that after the Old Firm game, he kind of verified that he can't make it again. So that was him. That was him calling it half again. So I reckon if they beat us, which was never going to happen, he would have said he would have been here. So
he would have. 100%.
There we go.
So yeah, touching on moving away from Ryan actually because I'm sick of that guy. We'll play his voice in a couple of minutes. We'll go to you, Gogs. What game would you like to speak about next? Do not pick Rangers.
We'll go Aberdeen Hearts.
Oh really? Interesting pick there, Gogs. There are only 2 games remaining. So why did you pick Aberdeen? And what have you got to say about it?
I thought it was a very good game between 3rd and 6th. Well, they did go up to 3rd at the time. I thought Greg Stewart was playing very well.
Rangers man,
you'll be
lapping
that up.
Yeah,
of course. I'm trying to remember the other goals.
Ferguson.
Ferguson with the ball.
Oh, yeah, Ferguson. That was a good finish. I thought Aberdeen deservedly got the 3 points, but Hearts put up a good fight. Showed that they weren't just lying down as the bottom team of the top 6. But Aberdeen dealt with the fact they conceded to make it 1 each, and then they went again and scored late on and won the game 2-1.
There is an incident that I've been asked to speak about again. Thank you so much, by the way. Like other teams, I know obviously it's kind of been mostly old firm stuff I've been sent, but there's still been fans of other teams saying, "Can you talk about this? Talk about that?" Now there was a Hearts guy called Jam. I think it's meant to be Jambo, but obviously can't get that on Twitter. He says, "Can you talk about the Joe Lewis incident at the very start?"
I've got that in my notes.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about it just very, very briefly. Joe Lewis took a sore one after a connection with a Hearts player right at the start of the game. Now, there's questions, should it have been some people saying should it have been a penalty, which I think Jambo was trying to hint at. For me, it's never a penalty. If anything, it was a foul kind of thing.
It was inside the box.
No, inside the box.
Was that one?
Got nailed. You're talking about the one later on in the game.
Right.
This is literally right at the very, very, very start of the game. Some people was calling for a red card for the Hearts player. I actually think, to be fair, the referee got it 100% right because it's just 2 players gone for it. Lewis has gone for it, the player's gone for it, and they just connect. So, yeah, to sum that up, I don't think there was anything in that, either a penalty or a red card for me. There's nothing in that.
I actually believe Lewis was play acting.
Really?
Aye, I do. I think he was taking the piss, mate.
Trying to get him sent off?
I haven't watched the replay. I just think he grabs the right knee, he starts rolling about with the right knee, and you watch it. If anything, he connects with the left shin very, very faintly. For me, Lewis, I think, has maybe got a wee bit of connection on him and just of anticipated he was going to get past him or something in his play acting. But as I say, I've only seen a few replays of it. I did watch it a few times because I thought this is something we've been talking about. We obviously spoke about Alan McGregor doing it. There was the infamous Lustig one, which was madness, and the Lewis one, I did think he just kind of play acted on it a wee bit. He held the right knee. If we go back, watch it, maybe whenever, I thought he was play acting. So yeah, and he got booked for it, Lewis, didn't he?
I believe he did. No, none of them got booked. Sorry, none of them got booked. No.
I thought there was a yellow card brandished, but for me, I thought Lewis was play acting. There we go.
Oh, there we are. I mean, that's a good, nice little hot take on that one. I just want to mention something for the previous game as well, because I actually forgot my notes. Right at the very end of the game for Livingston, there was a clear handball, and Livingston never got the penalty. The guy literally jumped up like this and punched the ball away from the Livingston's header, by the way. And for whatever reason, and like sports scene and stuff like that, says that's not a penalty. I'm like, what? Yeah. How is this natural position to punch
Just
a ball?
remember, it's Michael Stewart that's on the panel.
That's fucking diddy, man. Honestly, absolute diddy.
That's possibly the best thing you've said there, Gogsy.
Him and his biomechanics pish.
You kind of fucked a wee bit there, but I'll let you off.
I know.
You should have left it, if anything, Gogsy. You were on high there. Wee bit.
I've been relegated back to Division 2 now.
That's it. You'll learn for it, mate. You'll learn for it, and we'll move on. Warburton.
We'll move on.
Right, we'll pull it back to the Aberdeen Hearts game now. There is a couple of things I want to talk about besides the goal. I thought Cosgrove was actually good on the ball, but you can clearly see he's not in that red hot form anymore. He snatched at a lot of chances. All these people saying Rangers should sign him, he should go to a team in the high in the Championship. It shows you when players are on form, like red hot, everything goes in. Then they have that 1 or 2 bad games and they just go back to their previous non-scoring state. And unfortunately for Big Cosgrove and his Ballon d'Or push, looks like it's not going to happen. You know what I mean? What was your thoughts on big Cosgrove, Div?
Aye, Cosgrove, he's not got a goal in a wee while, hasn't he? Not. He has been getting chances though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
And previously, when he did go through his drought, having scored, I think, 2 goals his career or something like that, up until where he just went on this crazy run and he was just banging them in left, right, and centre. He wasn't getting a lot of chances. For me, he's still getting some chances. It's just a matter of kind of putting them away. It will be interesting for me if it is just one of those like one-off things going forward. So maybe next season we can look at him again and see if it actually is Cosgrove as a goal scorer, or they just get like that wee
purple patch.
Wee purple patch. But he's definitely struggling right now to put the ball in the back of the net, reverting to his former self. And getting frustrated a lot. That was what he was doing.
He barks at a lot. He's players, isn't he? He screams at them.
And he also likes to fling a few elbows. We have a player who has discipline problems himself, so we can't do too much to him. But it seems to be when it's not really going his way, he lashes out and he just flings himself a bit, man. He's a big guy.
Yeah. The only thing I would say about Cosgrove, I still think he adds to actual Aberdeen's playstyle rather than like a Stevie May who we roasted last week for just being pish at everything. At least Cosgrove can bring a ball down and eventually get involved. May's just...
Aye. May's away with the fairies about it, man. I don't know.
He's snapped, mate. Right, let's talk about the very...
Stevie May went to my school.
Did he? That explains a lot, actually, if I'm being honest.
Was he in your year? Was he in your year, Gogsy?
No, he's a few years ahead of me.
Few years. Right, let's turn our attention to the first goal. I actually quite like it. Again, for me, Lewis Ferguson ran the show. He's kind of he's not a big lad, you know what I mean? He's not built like a Menga, he's not built like an Alfredo Morelos, but he's really strong. There was one stage where he ran for his own half when Freedom was nipping at him, and he just kept running and turning, and he's got a wee bit of awareness. He's literally a Ferguson. You can see that runs in his play. I think that's the biggest compliment you can actually give him. And his goal was actually very brave because he kens he's getting nailed. As soon as he hits us, he knows his standing foot is going to get absolutely smashed, but keeps his eye on the ball, rattles it in the back of net, takes the heavy slide challenge, takes a couple of seconds, gets up and celebrates, which I quite like because sometimes you can always ken when you're going to get hurt when you're about to shoot, and he never shot out it. He just stood there, was like, right, I'll take it, and I burst the fucking back of the net. So for me, annoyingly, because it's maybe an Aberdeen player, Ferguson ran the show again. Brilliant player.
Ferguson's had a great season. And for a young guy, he is a bit different from the traditional Fergie style that you've seen for his father and his uncle and stuff like that. He's got a wee bit more height. I don't know, his mum's maybe a basketball player or something. He's a wee bit more physical.
Very physical. Yeah.
Aye, definitely. He doesn't go down too easy, and that's his strength.
Apart from that time he dived a couple of weeks ago.
Apart from that. But usually, if he's being honest, he doesn't get down too easily. He actually buffs the boy right out the way for his goal, and just goes bang. I'll take that. For me, the difference between him and his dad and his uncle is that technically, I don't think he's all there yet. But that's potentially he's raw. He's got a lot of talent, but he's raw. Going forward, if he keeps getting the minutes he's getting, the appearances he's getting, he's only going to get better. And you're right, he ran that show against a decent side. He was involved in a number of moves and he got his goal.
One of the things I think is very underrated about him as well was his temperament, because you can see people leave kicks on him all the time, and yet he just doesn't ever seem to react. He's not got that Ferguson rage, you know what I mean? Like Fat Barry, if you remember, sometimes he would just snap and do something stupid. Ferguson, so far from what I've seen from him this season, again, doing the show, what we up to 30 odd episodes, because we had one that wasn't up, and then we had the Scotland one and stuff like that. Ferguson's been pretty much very, very consistent, and I've not seen him snap yet, anyway. No,
he's very much old school, I think, and annoyingly, after the McGregor incident with him and McGregor, that McGregor obviously got a ban for.
For being a goalkeeper.
He done McGregor about 5 minutes later.
Yeah, he's got that.
Which it's annoying if he's in another team, but personally, I like that about a player. And if he's in my team, I like that. See if somebody puts something on you, get him back. Get him back.
Thanks, that's it. Okay. hey, I know that's a wee compliment there. And also, we need to talk about someone we kind of roasted last week as well. I've got my notes there. James Wilson. He ended up getting 2 assists in this game, which is I think is very underrated. Now, the first one, again, was a bit of Mayor Ferguson him, but I thought the second assist that he got in the game was actually really good. You know what I mean? He ran out wide. showed composure, put a good ball into the box. But again, Greg Stewart's finish is absolutely top class. So I just wanted to know your thoughts on Wilson, because again, he put in a better performance than what we spoke about last week, where we kind of just roasted them a bit as well.
I mean, rightfully so. Rightfully so. I think he was roasted last week for the chances that he missed. Maybe he's not an out-and-out striker, which he's been built up to be. He's banged in the goals all his youth days. Maybe he's just not got that in the professional ranks. Maybe he is that type of player that's better at creating chances rather than taking them. We've seen that in the latest game he's played with 2 assists. Maybe that's his style going forward.
Wide, yeah.
And he's not a goal scorer as such. I mean, judging by the evidence, he's not a fucking goal scorer. But maybe that is his style going forward, and he's not this prolific goal scorer that everybody down south and everybody was expecting when he made the move up. I'm gonna
ask you just a quick question as well to build on that, what you were saying, because we know Stewart's leaving. Obviously, he's on loan to Aberdeen. Whether it is true he's coming to Rangers, which I'm pretty 90% sure he is. Do you think they'll maybe bring Wilson back up and play him out in the right where Stewart was actually playing and give him a chance there rather than the centre forward role? Because we've seen Stewart out in the right; it's not really worked out well for Aberdeen. But again, Wilson showed in that game he's certainly got quality.
Go for that one.
I don't think McInnes will want him to come back up. I think he'll look further afield. Maybe try look across to Europe. See if he can get a winger in, play more permanently. Maybe get someone in for a couple of years.
Something else we need to mention just before you finish up there, Div, on Wilson is he's on that Man United money. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, indeed.
What's the kind of offerings? I'm not just taking a dig at Aberdeen, but even Scottish football in general. Can we sort of compete on those hefty moolah? I think he'll, Gogsy, will probably go away somewhere overseas and get a wee bit of cash that way, or maybe even dropped into the Championship, where again, annoyingly, they get about 4 or 5 times the money we get.
No, that is annoying. I don't think McInnes will bring him back up. I don't think his inspired form in the last game will be enough. No. He didn't bring him up for that. He brought him up for the goals. And they were lucky that Cosgrove did find that purple patch, because that's what Aberdeen were lacking in the first 10 to 15 games in the season, a goal scorer. And I think Wilson was supposed to be that. So going forward, if McInnes remains the Aberdeen manager, I don't think that he will. I think he'll go for I don't know. Maybe Cosgrove's his man now and he'll go for another winger. That Greg Stewart is hopefully making the switch,
to the Glasgow. There is one other thing we need to talk about just very, very briefly. Obviously, the Hearts equaliser I quite like, because they gambled a lot of people forward and put Berra up against McKenna for a long throw. That takes a wee bit of stones, and I like that. I don't know why. Just the fact that they were willing just to throw him there, just to take McKenna out the game. And then it's kind of showed that their gamble or whatever, the risk they done, worked out perfectly, because Berra manhandled McKenna and then it dropped and then they got their goal. So I rated that. The fact that they were willing to put their centre half up against McKenna, who is a pretty decent player.
Aye, that's it. Hearts are the new hammer for us.
That's it, the shit house.
I can't see them being working on that in the training ground. Let's get better up. We'll throw it into him, hope for a couple of wee deflections and shit, and then we'll sort it in the net.
I hope they do that a couple of weeks' time and it works out fucking perfect.
I mean, so they are, to be fair.
Just to touch on Hearts, because we never really we kind of focus more on Aberdeen. Is this a case of maybe them having, I wouldn't say an eye on the next couple of games, but because I thought they still had a good goal, but there is something wrong with Hearts. Everything I think they're going to kick on, there's something wrong. I don't know. I think there's something wrong with Livie there, and maybe the players aren't happy. Sun doesn't look right at all there anymore.
No, it's certainly very, very weird considering the start that they had, how bad they've been in recent months. And I know they're in the Scottish Cup final, but maybe that has been a bit of a distraction, a wee bit of salt. A wee bit of salt on it. Aye.
Wee bit of salt.
Just a wee bit of salt bay. But I agree with you there. There's something off right now at Hearts.
And to continue on for that, just to end up on the game before we turn on to the Old Firm, the Hearts dive at the end. How fucking awful was that?
McLean.
That was Sadiq-esque. You know what I mean?
Aye, that was poor. It was poor.
You can initiate contact, because we've seen a lot of that over the last couple of weeks. When you think there's going to be contact and you put your leg in it to make it look worse, which we'll speak about in a couple of minutes in that as well. But then there's just no contact at all, and you do that fake move where as if you've been actually kicked. I don't like that. Like, initiate contact, again, I'm still not fine because I think that's still cheating in a way, but that was fucking dirty, man. And then he got the audacity to start screaming in the ref's face saying it was a penalty. Should have been a foul. Like, he touched me. And I'm like, come on, mate. We've got fucking cameras. We've got one at least.
We've got one camera and you've caught me.
Do you think it was like a penalty, by the way, or do you think it was a dive?
Nah, I think he's trying to call the ref there.
Dive.
Yeah, dive.
It's just desperation.
That's what it is. Kim, weird though. He whizzed by the goalie. Like, why dive? Like, I'm having Sadiq flashbacks. Let's leave it. Right, let's turn our attention to the last game then, shall we? And it's going to be Rangers 2, Celtic 0. A dominating victory by the Glasgow Rangers. I have been having the time of my life reading the salty comments in the last 24 hours, lads. I've got to be honest with you. There's been a lot of them, and I fucking loved every one of them. Because I'm very active in the comments, and I think there's over probably about 500 odd comments been posted, and I've read every one. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So I just want to give just this. I've had my fun. You know what I mean? I'm still having it in the comments. Dev, take it away, son. What do you think?
Love it. Absolutely love it, mate. And you're right, it was a dominant performance. The boys did what they needed to do. For the atmosphere was absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
It was it was amazing. And it was a very, very easy game. Just like the last one, to be fair. It was a wee bit of an anticlimax. You're expecting, the big, bad, unstoppable team to come and give you a hard game, but nah, just dealt with them, didn't we? Swept them to the side. Unfortunately, it came maybe a bit too late. The run of form I'd like to have saw is kick on for beating them December and to go on and show the team that we've been playing and the way we've been playing. Obviously took time. It took time for us to find a system with Davis fitting in and all these sort of guys. But another point I would make, Clay Kamara, I mean, 50 grand. Daylight fucking robbery, man.
Dundee, see if they wanted such salty dicks and put him in the reserves and wouldn't allow him to train with the first team because he signed with Rangers and forced him out the door for as little money as they could get. Like, what were they thinking? They had Glenn Kamara there. They could have used him to stay in the league. Yeah. But they decided to put him with the reserves, not allow him to train with the first team, not work with the first team for 3 weeks and then force him out the door for 50k. Mm-hmm. I mean, fuck me. We absolutely robbed them blind there, didn't we? That is beautiful.
Yes.
Oh, my God. I love him so much. Genuine.
We did indeed.
Gogsy, sorry, Dev. Gogsy, what's your thoughts on the game? No comment, obviously, from a Rangers perspective. What did you think looking at the game? Seeing it? How did you see it?
I only saw the highlights, but Rangers fucked Celtic rotten.
Didn't we? Lovely. Lovely. That's the best thing you've ever done on this channel.
You're welcome.
Anything else? Anything else, Gogsy?
No. I try and stay impartial between the two old firm sides, but when it comes to speaking the truth, I mean, Rangers absolutely ran riot. Yeah. I'm surprised it only finished 2-0.
Yeah, that is the big thing, innit? Because Rangers did dominate so much of it. You saw, I quite liked, because I think a lot of people was expecting us to go after the full-backs and put pressure on the centre-backs, but what Rangers did is they just allowed them to have the two centre-backs and allowed Brown to have the ball because they're not worried about them. There's no creativeness there.
No.
As soon as they went to try and hit Callum McGregor, Rogic, even Mikey Johnson, what's the guy with the weird face? Johnny Hayes. That's right. Anytime they got the ball in the forward areas, they came and got them out of twos and threes. You know what I'm saying? They allowed Brown to have it because he couldn't do nothing with it. He's fucking not got a creative bone in his body. Two centre-halves. Yeah, I seen Ryan's in his recap tried to say Celtic dominate the ball and should have created. They dominate the ball in their own halves, passing it between the two centre-halves.
Yeah.
They never had it in our half.
That was a lot of Celtic fans used that as a criticism when we beat them in penalties in the semi-final.
Yeah, I know.
As well. But in that game, we actually had chances. They never had any. I mean, he had one chance.
Yeah.
I mean, what's he doing? What's he doing?
He shat himself. That's what he's doing.
He absolutely shat himself. Ryan was bigging him up as well. I was expecting to see the new Gareth Bale, the Scottish Gareth Bale or something like that. And it was just pish.
Can I just say on Oliver Burke, because Gogsy, to be fair, you called Jake Hasty as your best sign and everything like that was going to work out well right in the January show. Ryan put Weah and Buck. He called Buck.
Aye.
That's kind of a Scottish Gareth Bale type, just like what you ripped the piss out there. Weir's been sent home, you know what I mean? Because he fell out with Neil Lennon. He doesn't like actual football player. And, yeah, he's leaving at Celtic anymore. And Buck, I knew for the first whistle he was scared of that crowd. You saw him. He was shiting himself. And I loved it.
Loved every minute, yeah.
Loved every minute. Can we talk about the first goal then, Div? Want to break it down and let the people know, just in case they haven't seen it?
Obviously, James Tavernier, the Rangers captain's in a race for third in the goal scoring charts with Edwards, so whatever his face is for Celtic. So it's good for him to get another goal. It looks like he probably will pip him to third in the top goal scoring charts. But he just puts it into a delicious wee area, doesn't he? And it does the rest. A couple of Rangers boys, they fling themselves at it, and it goes into the net. And that's all you can do. You just put it into an area and then see what happens. And he did that, and it went into the net. Loved his celebration. So happy for him because he's a guy, for me, that gets a lot of criticism. And he's just like the whipping boy at times. And in the last game, he put up an amazing performance, but he let us down with a wee bit of slackness.
Yep.
Which you need to call out when it happens. And it was a shame, but credit to him. He keeps going. I mean, he puts into a great area, and I'm so happy for him, to be honest. And he puts in another captain's performance. I
just want to say about the goal as well. Scott Brown, during his interview and stuff, that's been quite clipped. He was quite honest with the free kick, saying there was none they could do. It was a perfect free kick. Either it's gone into the back of the net or someone's heading it in. He absolutely perfect. He had no comms. He had no questions about it. He just went, "No, it was a perfect free kick." And I was like, fair play. But we'll talk about something else he said in a couple of minutes' time. But I just want to shout out Andy Taker. He donates £5 into the chat. He says, "I wouldn't be surprised to see Aladdin and Jasmine tugging on Burke's ears in a couple of weeks. They're massive." Oh, wow. I really need to start proofreading before because this is live. Right, before we go any further, want to play the Ryan video?
Oh, go on then.
Right, this is it. Here we go.
Right, let me summarise very quickly because I'm in work and I don't want a manager to come and catch me, you know.
Is that better?
Celtic were pissed yesterday. Yes, Jack. Celtic were pissed yesterday. End of story. I'm not hiding. Rangers were a better team, deserve to win. No, I don't believe it is a big signal for next season, but definitely improvement needed for Celtic. We were just poor. So, I mean, roast me all you like for not being here, but I'm not hiding for anything. We'll bring it on next season. But I mean, interesting weekend around the league tonight. The biggest game is happening, I believe, St Mirren Hamilton. So hopefully that'll be entertaining. But we were pissed yesterday,
Did he just get off there? Wait,
that's great.
Is Neil Lennon a man for the job? Probably not.
Probably. Kids, that was 20. That was 22 seconds, and he's already pissed me off a couple of times. Like, talking about next season, he's not worried and everything like that, yet he's crying on his Twitter that he's absolutely shiting himself. Like,
bottom line is, if Neil Lennon stays next season, Rangers will win the title.
Oh, I hope to God he stays.
Yeah, I believe that it does have something to do with next season, that win there, because it shows that Rangers are a team that are coming together. We keep that team together. For me, we need Kent next year. We need him. He's such a valuable player. He's fucking amazing. Pull out the stops, get him on loan again, sign him up, like do everything that we can to get that player at Ibrox next season. Keep the same team. Celtic need to go and either keep with this shitty manager they've got, that Gerrard's like shown that he's tactically better than twice, I believe. I think he got lucky in the first one, personally. He nearly threw it away by making a sub at half time, stupidly. Yep. But I think Gerrard's already shown he's a better manager than him. And going forward, with everything just clicking, Celtic have got a big rebuilding job today. And if a new manager comes in with a new philosophy, doesn't necessarily mean and correlate that it's going to work. So I think Ryan's just doing his usual there, talking shite, and he is quaking in his boots. He says he wasn't hiding, but he was actually hiding for his managers. I mean, it just tells you a lot about the boy's character, you know?
Yeah. There is something, before we speak about the actual second goal, which I think, I can't speak highly enough of that goal, especially Defoe's involvement. There is something that Gerrard actually talked about as an important thing about this actual game. He was like, when he got here, he inherited a team that was used to losing against Celtic and losing quite badly. Now he's had a year with them, and yes, he hasn't won them all, but now he's got players now, and that starting 11, he looks through, and they've got the feeling, and they believe that they can beat Celtic non-stop now. That's what he's done over the year. And he said, that was kind of my job, to change the winning mentality and get them back to use and winning in the big games. And he's shown that. What say, he scored more goals like you see the goals and everything like that between Rangers and Celtic.
The most decisive.
Yeah, the aggregate score. Yeah, the most decisive Old Firm victory was Rangers against Celtic. And I really, when Gerrard said that, it really clicked to me. And I was like, he has done that. That is genuinely, he inherited the team, had to build a lot of them as well to come in. But a team that wasn't used to winning, now they are. You go into next year. And on the flip side of that, I remember last season, all the comments I saying, Celtic want to be this shite again. They'll rebuild in the summer. We'll never drop the amount of points again. Next season, they're even worse than that. Now their manager's left. Now they've got fucking Neil Lennon, who was killing Hibs, basically dropping them down the table, and we're supposed to be scared.
I mean, anything but scared, quite honestly.
What have we to be scared of Neil Lennon? He has inherited the team that had already won the title. Rodgers had done the business. We had hurt ourselves. Lennon had no part of that.
That's
Nothing.
right.
Fuck all. In fact, he nearly threw it away.
Yep.
If you
That's
think
right,
about
man.
it.
I totally, mate. Totally agree.
I have no idea where all this, he's so arrogant. He's like, oh, they're scared of me. Fuck right off.
He's living in the past, mate. He's living in the past. And even in the past, there was no scare factor with that guy. You know?
No. He blew up the last time he was with Celtic as well and quit them and just walked out, and then he done the exact same against Hibs. There's all these stories about the why he left, but he's got that. As soon as it doesn't go his way, he just quits and goes to another team. Bolton does it every time. So, yeah, we're not worried.
And obviously,
Celtic, look at Bolton now.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I went down there and he was fucking straight with him as well. But, I mean, you look at Celtic, yes, they can. They can go out in the summer and they can spend money. If they've got the finances that they seem to be saying that they've got.
Yeah.
Maybe they should have signed McGinn then as well.
Or McKenna.
Or McKenna. Or him. But if you're led to believe with the finances Celtic have got, they can go out and they can spend big. They can bring in a number of players. But that again does not necessarily mean that they're going to do well. Pedro Caixinha spent 10 million quid. I mean, look what he brought in. Absolute dross. Absolute dross. Pedro Caixinha spent double the amount of the total value that Rangers spent on all the players that played yesterday. You know, we had Scotty Arfield on a free, Kent on loan, Defoe on loan, guys like that. Yeah, the two most expensive players in the lineup was the two centre backs. Goldson, 3 million. Katic, 2 million. You know, the rest of them never added up to just more than 5 mil. So money doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to have results. Yeah. You know,
and it's the way they're playing as well. Like Rodgers, Ryan absolutely raves about him and everything and that. And I don't think he was that, I don't think he's a world beat. I don't think he's one of the best managers in the world, but his record certainly stands in Scotland. He done terrifically well. He knew how to play certain teams. There was a style in there that he had built. So when he was bringing these players in, they were joining a style and they could slowly bed them in. But now you look at their team, Kieran Tierney's got the injury bug. He's injured all the time. James Forrest has got it. Scott Brown's done. Lustig's retired last season, and he's just a shell of himself. It's funny that he can act all cool with hats and everything like against Jason Holtz and Hodson's and that, but the actual team he crawls away up the tunnel at half time twice. Yeah, it's funny that. But there is a job there at Celtic. They need to rebuild their cornerstones. They haven't got that set anymore. There's a lot of changes, and again, Lennon. I don't care what Lennon's playstyle is.
No, me neither. Not with that team anyway.
Genuinely. And if someone got a manager in, and there's obviously the season ends next week and they'll have a couple of weeks after that, but when they didn't care what's going on, you're hearing Rafa Benitez, you're hearing things like Jose Mourinho. I mean, fuck me. I'll be David Moyes. I'm calling it right now. I'll be David Moyes. I'm telling you right now.
Actually, I'm going to go out and say that it'll be Neil Lennon. Fuck it. I think they'll go for the cheap option, mate. I do, man. I do. I mean, look at they never backed their previous manager, and he ended up he turned fucking heel in one of the most dramatic ways possible. You know what I mean? But just to touch on what you're saying there, a new manager having a concrete manager means that he has transfer targets. He has people that he's bringing in already. Rangers have already tied up Jones, Hasty, Stewart's looking like a done deal, and there's also a really strong rumour with Suter potentially. You know, and these are the first two. They are definitely coming. We've got the third and Stewart, I think, is kind of over the line. And then the Suter one's a nice wee rumour that's gone about. Celtic, where's the talk on who they're bringing in? There's no direction. They really, seriously, they need a manager. And if I was in panic stations, to be quite honest, getting pumped like that.
Yeah. And I just want to ask your opinions, Bayfy is right now with the tag. And I know it's an excuse for like the bitterness and like salty people saying, "Oh, it doesn't matter. It's a meaningless game." There has never been in my lifetime a meaningless Old Firm game. It always means something. So I just wanted your thoughts. Was this a meaningless Old Firm game, Div?
No, it wasn't, because as you say, there's never a meaningless Old Firm game.
Lifetime. Never.
No, never ever. So you seen what the Rangers fans, the way they celebrated. That was as if we just won the title. Do you know what I mean? And I know a lot of people play on that. Oh, look at this, look at that. That's funny. But that's a passion.
Yeah.
And that's
been a fan of the team. See if you can look at an Old Firm game and go, I'm not bothered if we beat them. You're not built into that team, then you didn't love that team. You know what I mean? You aren't about the rivalry. You didn't get Rangers and Celtic if you can go, it's fine, we'll lose to them.
Exactly.
Fuck, what? Gogsy, obviously you're not like from the Rangers or anything, but you've obviously got your own derbies like against Hamilton and stuff. But has been
Have you laughed? You just did tell us this.
It was your face. I knew you were looking at me and I was looking at you. But I know where you're like, derby, has there ever been a meaningless derby between Rangers and Celtic in your opinion?
No, they're always up for bragging rights.
Exactly. Thank you. Even Gogsy gets it. Well done, Gogs. He's fucking.
I do try.
He's on fire tonight. He's absolutely killing it.
His one-liners are amazing, man.
He's it's like a comedy stand-up show where I'm just one line. Good. There's a last thing I want to talk. I want to see if Ryan sent anything. I don't know. He's been kind of hiding and ignoring my messages because I've been roasting him pretty badly. So we've talked about the manager. We've talked about that.
He posted in the Twitter chat.
What's that?
He posted in the Twitter chat, but that's it.
Yeah, just like nothing really. He's just getting a lot of people still crying 118. Brilliant.
That's good.
I need to stay going forward.
I'm just laughing. Sorry, a comment really caught me off guard there. Now, there's obviously a game tonight. Is it kicked off yet?
Yeah, we've kicked off.
Just die.
Right, boys, let's stick to football and we'll just watch it. There we have it. We'll just sit back and react live.
Live reactions.
This is the kickoff. So we're obviously going to be done now. It's time to turn our attentions to the goal of the week. And this one's... there's a reason I've kind of just jumped to this, by the way, because I want to go first, if you don't mind. I always refer. I want to go first. I'm going to go with Scotty Arfield's goal versus Celtic. And I'll tell you why. As previously hinted a couple of minutes ago, this goal is spectacular. Not only do you have Glenn Kamara just rinsing Scott Brown left and right, sold him a dummy, everything. He's got the ability to take the ball forward. He plays a pass in. And Jermaine Defoe, a lot of people was questioning, like, Jermaine Defoe, we didn't really need experience, bring him else. Jermaine Defoe doesn't even look where Arfield is, but yet knows he's there. That is experience, like, you can't really replicate, you know what I mean? You've got to go through that. And he's just so aware, he knows exactly what he's doing. He just fucking dummies it perfectly. And not only confuses the two defenders, Arfield's perfectly in sync. And it's a fantastic finish and a brave finish because the centre half, to be fair to him, I think it was Benkovic that was trying to get stuck in. He actually put in a very, very close challenge to actually get the ball. But I just love that goal. Genuinely, I think it's so beautiful. And I think Defoe didn't get the assist, but it's one of the best assists I've seen in a very long time. Like, I can't speak highly enough of the goal. What was your thoughts when you saw it, Dev?
Can we just give the assist to both of them?
I think we have to, mate.
I think we need to. It was absolutely delicious. That's my goal of the week. I'm getting that as my goal of the week as well.
Can I give us my goal of the season? Can I take that back for last week?
On you go. Just do it.
That's my goal of the season. And I'm not just saying because it's Rangers Celtic. The awareness, Defoe, that's class. Like, you didn't really see in Scottish football. He doesn't look. He doesn't look. You know what I mean? He doesn't even look. He knows he's there. Oh, fuck me. I love that goal. Oh.
Somebody meme that right now.
No, don't meme it. Okay, meme. Right, Gogsy, what's your goal of the week, son?
My goal of the week has got to be Greg Stewart's goal for Aberdeen.
And our Rangers boy, on you go. Right.
Take it. Fuck up. No, it's just you took it very well, and I admire that in a striker.
Nice. Love it. Again. Just fucking, he's done. He's done.
I'm done.
just what is wrong with you, Gogsy? You're just fucking brilliant. Right, let's move on from there then. By the way,
what about the whole John Flanagan situation with the elbow, and then what's your thoughts? What's your thoughts on that?
To be fair, I think it's brilliant that these Twitter accounts are taking all the images. Scott Brown, elbow, and Jason Holt, Kenny Miller, Simovic doing it to the Hibs player. But they've edited the video so it's Brown and Neil Lennon being critical of the referee, saying that's a clear red card and everything like that. But they've edited all their challenges because I think it's brilliant and I think it's hilarious because Brown's been getting away for that for a very, very long time. Now, I've made a lot of edits, a lot of funny videos of it. If I'm being honest with you, when I first seen it, I was like, what's he done that for? I really thought he was in trouble. The penalty stuff that Neil Lennon's talking about and all that, it's never a penalty. Ball's not in play. We've seen that against Motherwell and Kilmarnock this season. It's been forced to be in retake, so no. He doesn't actually catch him with the elbow. And then what the telling thing for me is when Scott Brown gets back up and they're talking to John Flanagan, Flanagan's like, and like Brown's kind of like, fucking, like, it's almost he's saying, I tried to get you. Like, you know what I mean? For me, it was silly. It was risky, but if we're sending him off, Scott Brown's playing 2 games a season. He's getting sent up. Like, you know, if we're talking about consistency for that.
Echo what you're saying there. Just the thing that really, and I'm not trying to be biased here and sit and play like the victim's role in that, but how the fuck is it, right, that happens and it's everywhere, it's plastered everywhere, but Jozo Simonovic's elbow on Jermaine Defoe is nowhere. Like,
thank you.
None of the media's talking about that, are they? Why? Why is this?
We can why.
Well, we know why.
Gogsy, have you seen the one that's not getting talked about in sports scene with Jermaine Defoe?
I've not seen that.
Exactly.
Right, if you could talk right now, I'm going to send this to Gogsy and we'll get Gogsy's reaction, right? So you distract the chat right now.
Right, what do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? I don't know what it's... Mate, I'm panicking. Like, let me just look at my notes. I've already said the Tavern Edwards thing. 3rd place, the top goals. Should Lennon get the job? Yes. Flanagan's tackles were absolutely marvellous, and his elbow was not too bad as well. And Defoe dummy was beautiful. Yep. And next season we're going to win the fucking league. So beautiful. Yeah, that's it.
Right, Gogsy's now reacting, and I believe his words were.
Yeah. That's a bit nasty.
That one's not getting talked about in your sports scene, Gogsy. You know what I mean? That one's not there.
No.
Interesting, that, isn't it?
It's because sports scene's got an agenda against Rangers and they love Celtic.
It's not us saying that. I fucking Gogsy's getting promoted by the time. Ryan's fucking out. That's his job. There is one other thing we need to talk about, and that's John Flanagan's overall performance, because I feel like 7 weeks ago now, because we've played 6 games in this new formation, he was dead and buried. Like, nobody wanted him. Now, he's by far our best left back. By far.
I don't understand. I genuinely don't understand how we can start a season with Barisic and he's absolutely class, and then he's pish, and then Andy Halliday's in and he's absolutely class, but then he just gets kind of dropped because he's not a left back, and then John Flanagan's in and he's class for 5 games, and then he gets subbed at half time, and now he's back again, mate. I don't get it. Like, where's it coming from?
Can I just say, there's one thing I have noticed for John Flanagan, what he's actually changed, is his weight. And I'm not being wide, I'm not like body shaming or anything like that. He has dropped a lot of timber, and you can clearly see he is physically fitter, because when he came in the door, even when his previous loan, there was a lot of people talking about his stamina. It just looks physically fitter now, and you can see that. And I've got to just be honest, I fucking love his shithousery challenges. That is classic throwback football that I absolutely love. You've played with me, you know I love a good slide challenge, and I love getting sliding.
Oh yeah, you do.
I love the physical battle. I fucking love that. Like, genuinely, I think it's brilliant. He absolutely killed Roderick. He was terrified. He'll be away in the summer. He never wants to play Rangers again. He liked playing against Jason Holt and Hodgson. He absolutely killed Scott Brown as well and laughed in his face. He was like, I'll do it again if you come near me. Nobody. And you noticed, as I've said every week in a recap, nobody goes after him after the first couple of challenges. Did you see them going down the right-hand side of Rangers?
He's a fucking...
Sorry, left-hand side of Rangers.
He's a maniac.
Fucking love him, man.
Aye, same. I just hope we can see if we can keep it up, though. That's what we need. We need him to keep that up, like, week in, week out. That's the standard that Rangers, you need to be able to do it every single game. Yeah. But Jesus Christ almighty, man. He said Rogic back to fucking Australia with that one.
I love the fact that he also shouts at him as well. So that's not really in the videos, is once he nails him, he not only tells the referee that he got the ball, he then turns and just shouts at Roderick, and I'm like, fucking get in there, son. He knows. He gets it. He's built for derbies, you know what I mean?
I think so.
That's it. And that's what we've missed in the past, because we've been very, very weak. And so I just felt like he needed to be a special mention for that. But yeah, let's turn our attention to the predictions now. Gogsy, you won last week, mate, by 1 point.
Yes! Yes. I'd like to thank my parents and all my subscribers for the opportunity,
I hate him. God, Ryan, I fucking hate. They came up. Ryan's back. He's back in. He's back in next week. Right, let's talk.
Let me get respect.
Right, okay. Dav, you mind taking the score down again, mate, if you don't mind?
I'll need to turn my light off. I'll take the scores down, but somebody needs to turn the say the games.
All right, okay. Let's get this loaded up now. And as always, if you want to get involved in the chat at the sidelines, by the way, and we'll read out a couple out as well. I believe there was only one perfect prediction for last week that I actually saw, and again, it was actually people backing Gogsy up with his 1-0 Dundee. A couple of people, I think Ryan, JVC, I think, got it right as well. Sorry. Why did I call you Jam? Apologies. I called him Jam.
He's hungry.
I'm quite hungry, if it be fair. Right, I'm trying to get these games up. This is very technical. Don't worry, we'll edit all this out, everybody. Just take 5. Everyone.
It's Gogsy's turn to actually keep the crowd entertained now. Oh, you go, Gogsy.
Oh God.
Right, okay, I'm back. Good.
Right.
I can't. You know what? I'd rather just have silence. Right. Let's see. So we're going to be jumping into. Should we do the Mondays? I ken it's 15 minutes in, but did we do the St Mirren Hamilton game last week?
We kind of did it on Twitter, didn't we?
Didn't.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Okay. So we'll just jump on in. Right to the first game we're going to be speaking about. It's going to be Dundee versus St Mirren. St Mirren. That's it. Dundee versus St Mirren. So get your thoughts and opinions out there. Dev, we'll start with yourself.
Right. Okay. For this one, I'm going to go for a
4-8. Oh, sorry.
Aye, mate. Aye. 4-8. 4-8 St Mirren. So no, I'm going to go for a 1-0 victory to St Mirren. On you go.
Gogs?
I'm going to go for a 3-1 win for St Mirren. St Mirren have an impeccable record against Dundee, so go for a 3-1 win for St Mirren.
Big word, Gogs.
Jesus. I will start off with... Kenson Gogsy seems to be winning every week. I might actually trust him here. I'm going to go 1-0 St Mirren. I'm going to go away win. 1-0.
We're all going for St Mirren then.
That's it. David Frew writes in St Mirren 2-0. Glasgow Blue boxing fan writes in 0-0. That'd be a boring game to actually break down, so I hope you're wrong. Adam Oliver goes 2-0 Dundee. There's one. And JVC Cam 96, the man that's been there every single episode. He's a Hearts fan. He writes in 2-1 St Mirren, the old channel favourite. Next one's going to be Hamilton versus St Johnstone. We'll start with you, Gogs, this time, mate.
We'll go for a 0-0 draw.
Yeah, I know. I've got the same feeling, mate. Div?
I'm going to go for a 1-0 victory to Dougie's boys.
Really? We're actually going to be mixed with this one, mate. Honest, I'm going 1-0 Hamilton as well.
Oh,
I just feel like... yeah, actually.
Do you think it'll be Dougie that scores?
Oh, no, absolutely no.
Don't do me like that.
Sorry, brother.
Do you think it'll be Kane that scores for St Johnstone?
No, I believe it'll be Kane that scores for Hamilton. He will score an own goal.
There we go, bang.
There you are, bang. Jacob Renwick, sorry if I'm mispronouncing that, but he says 3-0 St Johnstone. Andrew Merrick writes in 2-0 St Johnstone. Lewis Humphreys writes 3-0 Hamilton, 2 for Dougie and 1 for O'Halloran. Interesting picks there. And the last one read out in that game will come from, there's a lot coming in. Smurray 1-1-1. He goes 2-1 St Johnstone. Right, next game will be Motherwell versus Livie. We'll start off. I'll go first with this one, actually. I'm going to go Motherwell 0, Livingston 0.
Nice.
Thank you.
I'm genuinely going to also go 0-0 because the both of them just haven't been performing.
They don't care anymore. They're done.
No.
What you saying?
1-0 Livingston.
Oh, I'm sick of him. I'm sick of him doing this every week. He does this every week, where every week he's on the show, he picks his team to lose 1-0. So that way, if he's right, he can gloat about it. Or if his team wins, he's happy. I'm sick of it. It's clever, but I'm sick of it. Joseph Carr writes in 4-3 to Motherwell. Now that would be a good game. Curry...
And that is definitely not happening.
Curry writes in Motherwell 5, Livingston 0. Stuart Moore writes in 2-2. There's a lot of goals coming for you. Wow. Owen Smith goes 4-2. Maybe we are very badly wrong here, Div. And And the last one we'll actually read out comes from Ben Baker. He goes 5-0 because Livie would... 5-0 Livie because Gogsy would love that. Oh, sorry, Gogs. Sorry, that's unfortunate. Right, moving on to the Sunday games then. You've got Celtic versus Hearts. Div, you can start with this one, mate.
Honestly, both of them are abysmal to watch.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go for a 0-0. I'm genuinely going to go for a 0-0 in that one as well.
Nice. Gogs?
To continue my form on tonight's show, I'm going to say 1-0 Hearts.
I like that.
You're literally just doing like you've studied for your exam, so you're just going like either way every single like it can't be A again, so I'll go to B, 1-0 B. We'll just go we'll circle everyone. I see you thinking. I'm actually gonna go. I'll go 1-0 Celtic because I think Celtic will win in the league. Then go into the game a bit more go back to their overconfidence in the league in the cup final and lose that. Spoiler alert. So yeah, I'll go 1-0 Celtic, annoyingly. So yeah. Spoiler alert for anyone that's it's not seen the cup final yet. That's not took place. Stuart Moore again goes 2-1 Celtic. I like it. John Cairns writes in Celtic 1-0. Right, Bob Steele writes in 2-0 Celtic. And then Hearts will get their revenge in the cup. That's what I'm thinking as well. Callum writes in 1-0 Hearts. Riso 5-1 writes in 1 each. And the last one read out goes from Dankis Meme Lord writes in 1-1. Right, next game is actually going to be probably quite an exciting attacking game. It's going to be Hibernian versus Aberdeen, and I'm going to start with this one. I think there'll be goals. Last game, Hibernian like sort of last games we go, so I'm going to go 2-2. Exciting. 2-2. That's it. Bang.
Lovely. I'm going to go for a Aberdeen win. It's going to be 2-0 Aberdeen, I believe.
Oh, goal scorers?
Lewis Ferguson and Louis Moult.
Hey,
you said Louis there, and that's the only other Louis you knew, and you just went Moult. I get it.
That was the first name that came to my head. I don't know why.
Love it. Gogs?
I'm going to go 3-1 to Hibs.
3-1 to Hibs.
Shit. Wow. Okay. Wow, that's going to really hurt Aberdeen's chances of finishing hanging. So, right enough, you've got that in your mind, didn't you? Lewis Logan goes 4-2 Hibs. Joseph Carr writes in 3-1 Hibs. Pep Gamer writes in, please say hi to me. Hi.
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 Hi to me.
Oh, wow. There's always one. Broken here writes in Hibs 2, Aberdeen 3. Now, that would actually be a pretty decent game to watch as well. And the last game is going to be Kilmarnock versus Rangers. And unfortunately, you're going to have to wait till Saturday to hear my prediction. Do you know why? Do you know why, Dev?
When you go, Gogsy. Gogsy, take it away.
Oh, he's not even letting me finish it now. On you go.
Drum roll, please. No, it's 95% your content.
Bang! There it is. Every week. Every week. He's getting sick of that yet? We're now 32 times in.
Aye, pretty much.
Same joke every time. Struggling for content, lad. To be honest. Right, let's go, lads. Take it away. Rangers versus Kilmarnock versus Rangers. We'll start with Gogsy because he's going to go controversial. So when he's go.
No, he's not. I know he's going.
I'm going to go for a 1 each draw.
Oh. Nice. I was actually expecting you to do a Rangers like 3-0 win or something.
Oh, do you think he was going to flip it?
Aye.
No.
I thought he was going to side to his beloved, you know.
No.
I love it when you try and have a conversation with Gogsy because he just doesn't expect you to talk to him, so he's just sitting like
the confusion in his face. I love that.
Just love it. Right, Dev, finish strong, mate. What are you going?
5-0 to Rangers.
Wow. Goal scorers?
We're going to go for a Jermaine Defoe brace. We're going to go for a John Flanagan scissor kick. Brian Jack.
Brian Jack, that's Ryan's brother. Yep, he's on there.
I said Brian.
You said Brian.
Mate, I fucking said Ryan.
Mate,
I know it came out my own lips.
There was a joke there, but I'll leave it.
Ryan, Jack, and also Greg Stewart. Bye.
Wow.
Yeah.
He just gets subbed on at halftime like the water boy. Right, so we'll read out a couple of the people as well. Pro Clubs fan writes 55-0. Rangers, Lee Hodson with 55 of them. Brilliant, got it. JVC Cam writes in Kilmarnock 1, Rangers 3. Dara Muir writes in 3-1 Rangers, Stevie Clark to cry. Chris Moss writes in Hamilton players sent off. Okay, I think I think that's about the game that we're currently scoring on just now. Mark Mitchell writes 4-0 Rangers, and Big Bad Blue 05 writes in Jers 2-1. Why am I talking like William Shatner? I've just collapsed there towards the end. I just started getting really dramatic. Fucking brilliant, lads. Love it. Love it. So that's us kind of all done for this week's predictions. Thank you so much for getting involved. Is there anything else you want to talk about before we wrap up today's video? Anything in Scottish football that you would like to discuss?
Just want to say well done to Cove Rangers on beating Berwick 4-0 in the first leg of their tie. The second leg is on Saturday.
Beautiful. Thank you. Dev?
I want to give a shout out to Kilmarnock FC for winning 6-0 against Easterhouse Kilmarnock.
Yeah. And I just want to shout out. Anyway, I've got none, lads. I've got fuck all there. I had none. There's none there that I can say live on air. I'll say it after it. So that's us all done and dusted. Maybe we want to tell them where they can find you on the internet. We'll start off with you, Gogsy. Finish up.
On Instagram at GogsySan and on YouTube at Gogsy99.
99 are coming out the fan part tunnel. Sharp Div.
And my second YouTube channel, more Gogsy.
Oh, well, there's more. If you ever need more, there's more.
Branching out.
I thought that was a fucking parody.
So did I. Never realised I forgot I seen his Instagram. I thought that was like someone's made like a 992 fan page account. Like I thought it was like that, but it's actually just Gogsy's and his Danny Zane fan page. Fantastic.
Oh man, that 992 fan page has got a lot to answer for.
It's getting me in trouble because some people think it's me. And just calm it down a little bit. You know what I mean? I think it's funny off here, but on here, calm it down. You know
keep it up, mate.
Yeah.
So you can find me on youtube.com/sharpdiv and sharpdiv on the old Instagrams.
There we are. And I've been sieging over 92. If you're not subscribed already, please consider doing so. We are closing in on 28,000 subscribers. The last month has been phenomenal, so thank you so much for that. That's been Sharpdiv. That's been Gogsy99. I've been sieging over 92. That's been Rocky Boy Johnson. Thank you so much for watching, and bye. Deuces!